Now, let's get down to business. Without further ado, I want to introduce our guests today, and we have Cory and Millie Kammerdiener in the studio. And am I saying your last name right?
That's right.
Okay, Cory and Millie Kammerdiener, and they are the owners of a company called Newhomeprograms.com.
That is correct.
All right. Now, New Home Programs is a small business success story. And I love having these types of companies on the air so as to debunk the pundits who say that one shouldn't start a business right now because the market is too bad, or, people in real estate, everybody's leaving real estate, it's a down market. This is a success story in spite of all of those things. So we're going to ask them some questions. But nonetheless, New Home Programs provides a combination of unique real estate programs for first-time home buyers. The company was founded by Cory and Millie just over a year ago, and in their first year, they produced sales numbers not seen by many veteran companies. Cory and Millie sold 97 homes, totaling more than $12 million during the first year of operation. And I want to say a huge welcome to the show today, Cory and Millie.
Thank you for
Nice
having
to be
us.
here.
And you know what? I really hate that you guys aren't here because these are two of the prettiest people that I think that we've ever had in this studio. This is a good-looking group. So nonetheless, outside of the good looks, tell me, what's been the secret to running a good business?
Well, first, we just like to give thanks to the Lord because it was the Lord who directed us to do this. And it's through Him that He'll give you a strategy when it comes to business, especially in a down market, because that's when He can really be glorified, is when all the odds are against you. So we just want to say that it was the Lord who did this.
Well, and I know that when I did read your bio, one of the things that you did say in there is that you were a faith-based company. And I want to, tell me, what does that mean?
To be a faith-based company means that you're not going to go out and move in your own power. You understand that it's the Lord who directs your steps. And we just sit back, listen, look at the circumstances around us. When we see an open door, we always seek first the will of the Lord, and we'll move. If we feel that the Lord's telling us to do it, we'll do it. If doors of opportunity start shutting in our face, for example, when we try to get business loans, banks were just slamming the doors in our face. Well, we knew that it was the Lord saying, do not go and borrow money from banks because I'm going to be able to provide for you, to do it. So that's, when we say we're faith-based, is we always seek the will of the Lord for everything that we do in this business.
Okay. Now, is this your guys' first business?
Yes.
So you've never run a company before this?
No.
Never.
Wow. And you're doing so well. That is amazing. Now, tell me, when you guys decided to go ahead and get started and you opened the doors, now, how did you raise the money to do it?
Well, that's funny you bring that up. Normally, you try to get a loan with the bank. We tried applying for the small business administration loans. At that time, that's when Bush was on his way out, Obama was in, so there was a bunch of money that they were, going to give to banks so that they can finance small business. Well, we didn't qualify because we haven't had a 2-year track record of making a profit. And just to go back when you said that we've been at this for a year, we actually incorporated in 2005 because
Okay.
we knew back then that eventually we would have a business, but we weren't ready. We didn't have the experience yet. So, but in 2005, Newhomeprograms.com was just a website that we had hosted on the World Wide Web to be able to get leads because we were real estate agents. So that's how we got our leads to do our business, our marketing. But it wasn't until 2010 that we took the website and made it into a real estate corporation. So we became a brokerage in the state of Texas. So at that time, obviously, to run a company, you need a storefront.
Right.
And no one was willing to give us any money. So we just had to do what we were doing, selling homes, receiving the income and just taking a portion of that income, putting it towards, the leasing, fees for the offices. We had to get furniture. We actually built the office from the ground up, and that probably cost more than $50,000 to do it. But we just took the money that we had, we put it aside. We do have other people who were with us in the beginning when we were real estate agents, going back to about 2005 and 2006, and they also saw the vision, so they also pitched in as well. So we started really with 3 families who saw the vision, and we understood what the Lord was going to do, and we each took a risk, and we started putting our own money into it, as well as we also used credit cards. So, the thing is, the banks could have given us the small business loans. They could have reaped the benefit. But instead, we use credit cards. So now we have credit card companies who are actually making money off of us because we borrowed against them. So, somebody's going to make money off of, whichever way you go. So,
right. But so now you've used credit to, as much credit as you could to get your business started, but also the money was basically raised from selling homes. So you would take a little bit out of each closing and put that towards the bigger picture.
Exactly.
Wow.
And also, when the feeling that I had when we opened the doors of the company, okay, because we had a drawing on a piece of paper, and to me that's just, it is my baby right now.
Oh, so you saved that?
Yeah, we have the little piece of paper, and Cory had the schematics, how, square every inch of the office, he designed it, and the minute that I walked into that office, to see it, I've never had anything like it.
Wow.
And so, and just know that homeowners that we were able to help actually help us to build the desk, the front desk, to put every door, to put every, wall in that place. It's just a great feeling to have.
Man, I'm sure that it is. Now, tell me a little bit about New Home Programs in terms of, now when I hear the name New Home Programs, I'm thinking of something out of the box, something not of the ordinary. So tell me a little bit about what you guys do differently that some of the veterans aren't doing in this market.
Okay, well, let's start off with the name, Newhomeprograms.com. Back in 2004, when I came up with that URL name and registered it, I already knew that in the future, before a person was to buy a home, they were going to go to the internet to do their research.
Okay.
And I came from home building, and yes, they did have an internet department, but they never dumped money to be able to market their website. So if you could capture the market online of the first-time home buyers by getting them on the internet, you was going to be able to have a higher volume. So the term newhomeprograms.com is specific because we knew that it would rank high in search engines. Right now, if you did a search for the word New Home Programs, you'll probably have about 14,000 pages that our term will pop up on.
Okay.
So that's the first strategy, is we started as an internet-based real estate company, and what we specialize in is programs for first-time home buyers, which include down payment assistance programs. That was one of our niche products because the number 2 problem a person's going to have with buying a home is lack of down payment.
Surely.
So we research all the different government programs to be able to get that money for the buyers. Another service that we actually added on top of that was our credit enhancement program, because that's the number 1 problem a home buyer is going to face is the credit challenges. So that's another service that's unique to us that almost no real estate company can say that they do in-house, and it's free.
Everything's free.
It's free.
That's right.
Yes.
So you do all of this in hopes of, hey, if you do what we instruct you to do, once you close your home, I'll be compensated that way.
Exactly.
You know what? We're going to come back. We're going to take a short break. We're going to ask some more questions to Cory and Millie and find out exactly how they were able to develop their small business into something that is now on the brink of going nationwide. So we're going to talk a little bit about that when we come back from the break. You're listening to Small Business Talk. I'm your host, John Cruz, and this is Business, 1110 a.m. KTEK. We'll be right back after these messages. Okay, welcome back to the show, and if you're just joining in, we're talking to Cory and Millie Kammerdiener, and they're the owners of a company called Newhomeprograms.com, and that is also where you would go to contact them or to contact the office. It's www.newhomeprograms.com, and they are a real estate company that does some unconventional things. And before we went to break, Cory, you were telling us a little bit about what you guys do to provide a level of service to customers that they just cannot find in some of the big national brands.
That's
so
correct.
let's get back into that. And one of the things that you mentioned was down payment assistance, and the other was credit repair. Now, credit repair is very important because now, there's no money down for a 500 credit score anymore. So now credit is an important factor in being able to be financed for a house. So tell me, how do you guys do it?
Well, the first thing we do is we offer a free credit report to all of our clients that we deal with. And based on credit scoring, there's 5 factors mathematically that come together, and it will, predict your credit score. So what we do is we educate the buyer on those 5 factors, and we explain to them this is why your credit score is a 510, and this is the solution of how we need to fix it based on logic, mathematics, and then with a little bit of faith, because we pray over it as well.
Okay.
And what we do is we educate them to the point that they're willing to stick to a plan that's customized for them. And as long as they stick to the plan, again, logically and mathematically, your credit score has to go up.
Really?
Yes.
And also there is a difference between the credit repair and the credit enhancement program that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Because the credit repair, they just know probably how to take off things negative of your credit report.
Okay.
But we actually at New Home Programs find out how to qualify you for a loan. So we're going to hand walk you through the entire process, starting with the credit, getting you to where the bank wants you to be in order to be approved for a loan, and therefore the programs for the down payment and so forth until the day that you close in your house. So it's not only fixing their credit, but also getting them to qualify according to the loan.
Now, I have to believe that business is really phenomenal, because, I mean, that's a level of service that most people aren't accustomed to in this industry. So how many customers are you working with currently?
I just checked yesterday in our database. I believe we're about 1,400 clients that we're working with right now.
Wow. Well, and I must say that your strategy is working, because you were able to sell 97 homes in your first year, and you also made the cover of Houston's most prestigious real estate magazine, which is, by the way, called Premier Agent Magazine.
Yes.
And if you would like to go and see the article that was done on Cory and Millie, it's a fantastic article, and you could go to www.premieragentmagazine.com and look at some of the archived. You remember what month you
January.
guys? In January.
Yes.
So go there and read more about them. They have a very compelling story. And for anyone who is looking to get their business started, this is the type of story that you need to read, so that you can understand that you have the same level of magnificence in you to be able to accomplish what your goals are. Now, let's get down to it. Did you have a business plan when you guys started out?
Actually, we didn't. We just have a word. The Lord said, look, you're going to go and build this company, and there's a purpose and a reason that you got to do this. And we never wanted to be in a real estate company. We just wanted to be realtors, because being a regular realtor, you have no responsibility.
Right.
You know, so to become a broker, you're responsible for everybody
everything
that works for you. So we didn't want that. But we did what the Lord told us to do. And we didn't have a plan, but we just moved in faith. And, you know, every day we just said, what should we do today to move forward to the goal that the Lord had placed before us?
Wow. Now, you signed a lease on an office suite?
Yes, we did.
And tell me a little bit about that.
We signed it in December 2009,
Mhm.
okay? And we found an office that was a scuba diving shop, and it was totally ruined. And we just, in faith, put down a 2-month deposit. And then we bargained to get 2 months free rent, because they said, we're not going to fix anything in this place. So they gave us 2 months. They didn't want to fix anything. And what we ended up doing was totally gutting out 2,100 square feet of this office. And we built it from the ground up to accommodate the plan that we had put down on paper and prayed over.
So the management company said, I'm not putting $1 into this. If I'm going to give you this deal with 2 months free rent, all the work is on you.
They didn't want to do nothing.
Wow. And you guys have a gorgeous office, because we've even taken pictures. So I know that you guys did a fantastic job. Now, do you have construction experience?
No. We have one broker who has experience rehabbing homes and flipping homes. So he had the little bit of the construction knowledge, but a lot of our church members do have the skills, and they came in and helped us out.
Awesome job. Awesome. I love how you tap your resources and you ask someone else to come in and help you enact your vision. We're talking to Cory and Millie Kammerdiener. They're the owners of a company called Newhomeprograms.com. We're going to take a short break. You're listening to Small Business Talk. I'm your host, John Cruz, and this is Business, 1110 a.m. KTEK. We'll be right back after this.
Claire. That's 30 seconds.
Welcome back to the show, and we are sitting here talking to Cory and Millie Kammerdiener, and they're the owners of a company called Newhomeprograms.com. And we're talking about that they are just a rapid success story for a small business that has not been around for very long. They're doing the right things at the right time, and it's really making a huge impact in their business. And I'd also like to extend a welcome to my listeners. If you have a business that's doing something that's different in the marketplace and you are experiencing huge growth or something along those lines, and your business is booming and you want to tell other people to get them motivated to do the same thing, give us a call at 888-202-1349 or go on the website at www.sbtradio.com and tell me a little bit about your story, and maybe we can bring you on the air and edify who you are and what you do and how you make a difference in your industry. Now, getting back to Cory and Millie, you guys are doing some great things, but not only here in Houston. You're planning a move and a grand opening way the heck over in Florida.
That is correct.
Now, why Florida?
Well, we've kept our eye on Florida for a couple years. We knew that the market was going to turn, and with the foreclosures and the short sales, that eventually prices were going to reset themselves. And that's exactly what happened. When I left Florida, when I was stationed there in the military for 3 years as a Navy recruiter out in Sarasota and Manatee County, the average house probably was going to be around $200,000, $250,000. You know, an average person working at a gas station or Walmart, they're not going to be able to afford that. But over the years, since prices have come down, right now you could buy a brand new home starting at about $89,000. So
Wow.
Right now, because of the low prices, the majority of people can now buy, and that's what we've been waiting for. We've had our eye on Florida. We took trips to Florida in 2008, 2009, and we just knew that the economy was going to tank out, and we just waited for our opportunity to get in there. Not only in residential sales, but even in commercial. A lot of buildings were built, but there's no businesses thriving, so we knew that if we were going to have an office, we needed to wait it out so that we can come in there and buy low with our commercial building to be able to start our first offices over there as well.
That's his excuse. I just wanted to be by white sandy beaches.
You know what? And you're in a better place than in Galveston. I mean, I have to say it. I mean, I do like the beaches a lot better in Florida.
Yeah.
Well, now, let me ask you, you guys signed the lease there already.
Yes, we did.
So did you get the 2 months free, and are you going to build this one up from
We're
the ground?
getting better. 3 months this time.
3 months free.
We learned through experience. The more you offer as a deposit, the more that you can negotiate. So this time with the second office, we did 3-month deposit, and we asked for 3 months free rent. So we're going to have 6 months to get up and running in Tampa.
And who's doing the build up?
No build out this time. We asked the Lord, don't put us through the struggle again. We believe in faith, and you chastise us the first time. So praise God, we actually found 2 places that were already built out as real estate offices. So, and when we saw one of them, which is actually bigger than the one in Houston, it's 2,700 square foot, it had been abandoned for 2 years. It was a real estate company and a mortgage company sharing the same building.
Okay. And
it's been abandoned for 2 years, so it was easy for us to negotiate the lease on
And
this
the
one.
funny thing is that it has also the color scheme almost to the T. So it's like, I feel like it was meant to be.
Right, so
you know?
it was made just for you guys?
Yeah, that's right.
Most definitely.
Wow. Now tell me a little bit about the team. You guys got a team already lined up and working in Florida?
Yes, we do have agents on the ground. Right now, they're just working out of the home builders' offices and out of their own homes. But now is the time we need to open the office. Right now, we have 2 people that are on the ground out there. My wife and myself are also licensed agents.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a couple people right now that we're interviewing to bring on for that team. So hopefully when we open that office October 1st, we should probably have about 6 or 7 agents.
Not bad.
So we're hard.
Oh man, and October 1st is right around the corner.
That's
so
right.
And you guys are actually moving from here to go there and get everything up and going. When are you leaving Houston?
September the 2nd, we have to be there.
Okay,
Yes.
But your office here is still going to do all the fantastic things for
Absolutely.
Houstonians.
We have competitive people, brokers,
Okay.
managers in our office, and realtors that are going to be here to serve the people in Houston.
And we may go into break as we talk about this, but one of the things that it takes to build a successful business is a strong team. And it sounds like that you guys have a good support system in terms of employees and real estate partners that are working with you.
Yes, most definitely.
Now tell me a little bit about them. How do you recruit? How do you find your people?
Well, to be honest, they find us.
Okay.
They hear about us. They come in. We interview them, and we just let them know up front, this is not your traditional real estate company that you can join and do whatever you want to do. If you're going to be part of this team, you got to understand that our company mission is to become the #1 first-time home buyer real estate company on the planet. So if you're not coming to help us meet our mission, then you're probably not going to be a good fit. So we do get a lot of people that want to join, but we find out they're not a match. So we do, go through a lot of people. But I just want to thank everyone at Newhomeprograms.com, especially the new people that have recently joined, because just this month we have about 4 new people that wrote their first deals.
Right.
And that's phenomenal because,
Wow.
Most people, in their first year, they may get lucky and write 3 deals, and we have people within their first 30 days that are writing deals.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. And I know how tough it can be to produce in the real estate business.
Most definitely.
Guys, we're talking to Cory and Millie Kammerdiener. They're the owners of a great company called Newhomeprograms.com. So if you are looking to purchase a home, you should definitely give them a phone call and let them help you with that process. We're going to take a short break. You're listening to Small Business Talk. I'm John Cruz, your host, and this is Business, 1110 a.m. KTEK. Welcome back to the show, guys, and if you're just joining in, we're talking to Cory and Millie Kammerdiener, and they're the owners of Newhomeprograms.com, which is a real estate company that specializes in helping the first-time home buyer. Now, let me ask you, if somebody did want to contact you and they have properties for sale, do you guys do listings as well?
Yes, we actually do listings, and one of our strategies we always use on our listing presentations is you can go with the name brand, real estate company, for example, Remax. Let's say they have 1,000 listings right now. You can list your home with them. So guess what? They have 1,001. If they don't have 1,000 buyers, are they really going to move 1,000 homes?
Right.
So with our strategy, we focus our effort on getting buyers, so that when someone says, "Can you list my home?" Well, let us check our database and see if we have buyers who are already approved that are looking in your area already. So with our strategy, we can actually move product a little bit faster because we may already have the buyers lined up. So we do take listings, but we scrutinize them, and we're very picky. We don't like doing the short sales because those homes just sit.
Right.
But if it's a bank-owned foreclosure, we do have accounts with banks now that we're actually listing lots that builders didn't pay their payments on. So we have a relationship with banks that we get the lots. And with new home builders, we're starting to list some of their homes as well.
Now, and I would think too that builders would really want to seek you out. I mean, with that type of database of 1,400 potential buyers that you're working on, and the success that you've had in being able to get these buyers prepared and loan ready, I would think that they should be beating your door down to do some business with you guys.
That's funny you say that because they are.
And the thing is that we had a client who came from Ecuador, and she was an investor and wanted to get rid of one of the houses so she can move in to the States and buy a new home, but she wanted to get rid of this one particular house. Because we have so many people in our database, before Cory put the sign on that yard, that house already had viewings and it was sold.
And it was sold to somebody in your database.
Yeah.
That is a huge strategy. I really like that. Now, tell me though, you've had some struggles, and there are struggles in a growth company that are a little different than struggles would be in a company that has no sales, of course. But tell me, what are some of the biggest struggles that you guys have dealt with over the past year?
I would say the number one problem is finding the right people to become part of your company.
Okay.
Because if you don't have the right people, then your company's not going to be able to set sales. So I would say that'd probably be the number one.
Really?
Because when we started, we probably had a group of about 10 to 12 people who were making a commitment to go out in faith with us to launch this company. But the day we opened our doors, we probably only had 4.
Wow.
Because a lot of people, they just don't believe. They don't want to take the chance, and now that we're on radio and TV, and we're on HGTV right now, Discovery Channel. Now people are saying, I want to check back with you guys about an opportunity. There's still an opportunity out there. So, but to me, that's the number one problem.
Not everybody had the faith
Right.
to go with us, and it was a lot of strength that you needed in order to be part of this vision. And
Right.
we have a certain mission, and it's to help the first-time home buyer. And it's not really easy to do, but it is worth it.
Yeah, it's very rewarding.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing like helping someone who at first did not believe that they could purchase.
Absolutely.
And then when you are able to show them that you do make enough, you have a few issues that we can tailor and fix up, and you get that person in. I mean, I'm certain that you guys survive a lot off of referrals.
Oh, most
Absolutely.
definitely.
So when you do a good job for someone, it does come back around. Now you guys have a video or something like that, a video website. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what's on there?
Yeah, actually we have our official YouTube channel.
Okay, where is that?
It's www.newhomeprograms.tv. And on that channel, we do have an 11-minute infomercial that will showcase probably 6 or 7 of our past clients giving their testimonials. We also use it for in the media events, like this broadcast will actually publish it, the video online. And events that we do in the community, we do corporate sponsorships, so we'll have the videos of that as well. And just testimonials of our clients so that other people can go out and see that there's people just like them that are receiving the blessing of home ownership.
We're talking to Cory and Millie Kammerdiener. They're the owners of Newhomeprograms.com. And this is a phenomenal company. They're having great growth. They're getting ready to expand their business out to Tampa, Florida. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about their marketing strategy and how they're able to get their foot in so many different marketing doors and take advantage of that. You're listening to Small Business Talk. I'm your host, John Cruz, and this is Business, 1110 a.m. KTEK. We'll be right back after this short break. Okay, guys, welcome back, and we're still talking to Cory and Millie Kammerdiener, and they're the owners of Newhomeprograms.com. And before we went to break, you were just about to tell me the secret to your secret sauce in terms of how are you able to develop such great marketing strategies. And naturally, I don't want you to give away the house, but tell us a little something.
You're right, because if it's a secret, and I tell you, it no longer will be a secret. Well, I'm a firm believer in technology.
Mm-hmm.
I have a background in the military, nuclear power submarines. I was an electronic technician. And even the Bible talks about in the last days, technology will increase. So our strategy in marketing is based around technology, AKA the internet, because everything is now connected to the internet. And more than 7 years ago, I had a vision of a real estate website that had so much integration that when I tried to get the project bid out, minimum $100,000 to put down, because the technology didn't exist then.
Okay.
Now the technology does. So our marketing.
Exactly.
So our marketing, we try to focus a lot on Google, Yahoo, Bing, Microsoft Ad Center. We have our YouTube channel. I don't know if you know, but Google owns YouTube. So if you're putting videos on YouTube, then you're going to increase your ranking in your website also on Google, because it also ranks videos as well. So there's a lot of things that based on technology in the internet that we spend a lot of time researching and developing marketing strategy around. Now we're starting to dabble in television, because we know that not even in this day there's still people who don't even have an email address.
Yeah.
But they're watching TV, so now we're diving into being on television. We have commercials right now, like I said, on HGTV. Getting on radios, podcasts is something that we're going to be looking into as well. And even people have said, well, why don't you have your own radio show and just stream it through your website? Well, we've already thought about that, and we're also looking to move forward with that as well. Technology eventually is going to catch everybody on this planet, and that's pretty much what we're understanding, and we're going to focus our market on that. You could go put your for sale sign in front of someone's houses, but do people really look at those signs anymore? Does a sign really sell a house?
That's the old way of doing things.
Exactly.
And you're bringing about a point that I always make on the air and when I speak publicly, and that's the difference between being a business owner and an entrepreneur. There's a distinct difference. The difference is that a business owner drives the ship from the boiler room, because he's so busy working in the business that he can't see out past the business. But an entrepreneur puts the right guy in the boiler room, and he drives the ship from the captain's chair. And that's exactly what you guys are doing. I mean, you're looking out, you're taking advantage of different nuances in the market that will increase your business. And I really like to hear that. Now, I do have a question for you. I want to know, where do you think real estate is headed for this country?
I think it's still going to be on a downturn a little bit more because of the rumors that the government wants people to put 10% down. If they do that, they're going to be dead in the water. With the fighting with the politicians, it's a money deal. So if they start taking money out of the economy for the low to moderate income class families, then that right there is going to take a buyer base. And it's going to strip them of the opportunity for home ownership as well. But I believe it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. But the thing is, in this economy, if people would understand, it's the buyers that will fuel this economy. It doesn't matter if you build 1 million houses. If you don't have 1 million qualified buyers, then you just have houses. And you're the one paying the property tax and electricity and the maintenance. So if the government would just focus on the home buyers that don't own a home, maybe come back out with the $8,000 tax credit, because we knew that worked.
Yeah.
You know, after that went away, did the sales
market
go back down?
The market spiked.
There you go. So I believe that if they're smart, give more money to the first-time home buyer, and we'll be good to go.
Guys, I want to say thank you for coming in and talking about your compelling story, and I want to wish you much success in your endeavor, not only here in Houston, but also as you open your office in Tampa, Florida.
Thank you very much, John, for having us.
And when you open your next office, I'm going to have you come back and talk about that. We've been talking to Cory and Millie Kammerdiener. They're the owners of Newhomeprograms.com, and they own a phenomenal real estate company. They're doing some great things, so I encourage you to go there and check them out. I want to thank you for tuning in to Small Business Talk. I've been your host, John Cruz, and this is where we discuss the topics that inspire entrepreneurs from thought to action. I also want to encourage you to go to SCORE's website and log on and take a look at the events that are coming up, and you can do that at scorehouston.org. So until Monday, be smart, be successful, and above all else, be in action. And I'll see you next week.